Well, hello there, and welcome to part 2 of 3.2 Rational Numbers. This is where I'm going to be starting, explaining to you what this shape is all about and what we're going to do with that. I think this is a really powerful visual of this page that we had on the previous slide in your notes. We just finished this up in the previous video, and it had this, whoops, mouse got caught there for a second. It had this little map right here that actually is connected to these words, but I didn't like the way they did it, so I'm going to go through that with you here on this page, and we're going to fill it in as we go. Now, before I can really show you this is a picture. It's a really powerful visual thing. You visual learners, many of you are visual people. This really, I think, explains it really well for you. Now, before we can do anything, I need to explain some things here, and some of my circles are going to go off the screen for a moment. What I need you to imagine is, whoops, not that. Let's go back down here. All right, I don't know what happened there. I need you to picture a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram is a diagram of circles where they show things that intersect and don't, and parts that don't intersect. Let's say that each of these circles represented a type of pizza that someone likes. All right, if someone is in, don't write on your paper yet, if someone was in this area right here, that means they only liked that pizza, but they didn't like this pizza over here. All right, but if someone is in this intersecting area here, well, that means that they would be in this one here and this one here because it's the intersecting area. Okay, and then we could say that if they intersected like this, and then you would have anyone in this area right here would like all three of those types of pizzas, for example. Okay, so that's what this is. You have to go from that perspective to understand what's happening in this diagram right here, which I am going to show you with circles like this, and we're going to fill them in as we go. So your paper looks something like this. I can bring everything back on the screen now. What this is, so this is a Venn diagram. I had a gnat flying around there. I think I got him. This is a Venn diagram, but this circle right here is completely contained within this circle. Okay, and these two circles are completely contained within this circle right here. That's the perspective of what this picture is about. So let's start with the small circle. Okay, so write this down. The small circle represents the set of natural numbers. Would you write that in there? Natural numbers. And make sure you're hitting pause to make sure you get everything down that I pop up here. That is the set of natural numbers. Okay, again, natural numbers start at the number 1, then 2, 3, 4. They're also called counting numbers. Because if you ask a little kid to count, they usually would start at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc., etc. Kids don't usually start at 0. They start at 1. Natural numbers. All right. Now, the next circle, let me erase my counting here. The next circle, okay, that, which includes all the natural numbers, that is the set of whole numbers. The only difference is whole numbers include the number 0, which is not in there. So you might want to maybe put an underline under 0 to point out that that is the only difference between these numbers and those. So whole numbers include all the numbers here. All right, the only difference is this 0 right here. But that is, whoops, that is the set of whole numbers right there. Okay, let me try that again. There we go. All right, so let's look at the next slide now. The next circle out here is the set of integers. All right, integers, that's what we've been talking about, doing all of the addition and subtraction and all that stuff. Integers is the set of whole numbers and negative numbers. Okay, so So notice on integers we now have all these negative numbers that were not included in the whole numbers, but we also have the 0, which is here, and use a different color here. We have integers that were in all three of those sets, or all of those other sets as well. So again, all of the integers, again, back to the Venn diagram, all of the integers include all the whole numbers and all the natural numbers. So that's what's happening here. You have this intersecting Venn diagram. Now, what I need you to do is to grab your pencil, and we're going to include one more thing. We're going to put a big square, and you're not going to be able to see all of mine because it's going to slightly go off. I'll need you to draw a big square around this. And mine's going to continue to connect, even though you can't see that part up top. But there you can see me close it. All right, put that whole thing in a big square. And we're going to add one more set called rational numbers. Okay, everything in here is a rational number. Okay, all the integers, you know why? Because they terminate. Remember that first slide we talked about terminating? All the numbers in here terminate. All the numbers in here terminate. All the numbers here terminate. But the rational numbers also include the two things we talk about. Okay, fractions. And it also includes repeating decimals. I'll just say repeating. And terminating decimals. Terminating. Okay, so we've got decimals, fractions out here, negative numbers in here, whole numbers in here, and then natural counting numbers in there. So you can think of it like, here's another visual for you. Let's say that, I'm going to try changing my highlighter colors. We'll see if that works. Let's say that these are natural numbers. Okay. Now I'm going to change, can't get that perfectly. Ooh, different shades there. How about that? Get the point, the green there. Okay, now I'm going to change my color again to, I don't know, we'll do this yellow here. Now let's say yellow, those are the whole numbers. Okay, so the whole numbers are here, but it also intersects with the natural numbers there. Okay, follow me? And then let's say I go out to integers. I need a color for integers. I don't know. Here's kind of a gray. I don't know what this will do, but we'll try it. Let's say that this color represents the integers. Okay, but that overlaps all of the whole numbers and all the natural numbers. And then we need one more color. Let's say that color there to be the rational numbers. And the rational numbers would include everything here. Okay, so if there is a number that is in the set of natural numbers here, if there's a number in here, it's also in the set of all of the numbers out here as well. Okay, so if I ask you to name the sets of a number, what you want to do is find the set of the innermost circle, and then it would include all of the circles that intersect it outward. And you're going to have to be able to do that. You're going to be able to identify which sets of numbers that a particular number is included in. And we'll be seeing that on the next slide when we do this. But we're going to stop here because I'm almost out of time, and we'll make a third video that should go through the rest of this fairly quickly, and you'll be all set. All right, the end.